Hey guys, welcome to another video where today we're going to be over 10 videos, just random videos. I literally just looked at we're going to see 10 videos that I'm going to rate in like column 1. What's true and what isn't, because a lot of people argue about this, and a lot of people hate me for saying that in some ways iOS is better and in some ways Android is better. In my opinion, I think they're even, but let's go for the top one.
It's hard to believe that smartphones haven't always been a thing, but it's true. Last decade, when they took the world after the rise, is better suited for you. How they operate. At first glance, Android and iOS may seem quite similar. At least
that is true.
But there are some fundamental underlying differences in how they function. iOS is Apple's proprietary mobile operating system, and as such, it's fine-tuned to make the most out of the device's hardware. What's more, Apple keeps a very close eye on all third-party software that's being developed for their mobile operating system.
Yeah, so
Android OS, on the other hand,
one thing is definitely it's because actually what happens is Android, Google owns it, but like it's not really like the biggest developer who made it. Like Google didn't really make Android. Android was made by other people, and it was just open source until Google bought it, and now it's still open source, but it's Google's, and it doesn't really have like a stable company constantly supporting it, but it still gets updates. So that is something that Apple has an advantage of, is the fact that they have all of Apple constantly updating their iOS and making sure everything's fine.
maybe owned by Google, it's an open source OS based on a Linux kernel.
I called it.
Basically means that anyone is free to improve and change it as they see fit. Android is much more widespread because of this, but it also means that it's more open to security threats and some logistical hiccups, but more on that later. Now, with that out of the way, let's start comparing the two. The first category that will have this operating system duke it out in is performance. Step us
Yeah,
if this
yeah.
sounds familiar. iPhones are overpriced because their hardware is bad. This has got to
What? No, iPhones are only overpriced because Apple really likes to make a lot of money. Not even joking. The reason why Apple phones are overpriced is because Apple likes to make that much money. It's just how they are able to become such a good company. There's no way around it. I mean, maybe their hardware is bad. I don't. Let's see.
be the argument that's thrown around the most against iPhones. And there is some truth to it. Just look at the latest Android flagships shipping with 4, 6, or even 8 gigabytes of RAM, while the latest flagship iPhones are still stuck at 4. The older models usually boasting just 2 or 3 gigabytes of RAM. But here's the thing. iPhones simply don't need more RAM because their operating system is so well optimized that it can juggle over a dozen apps effortlessly with just as little as 2 gigabytes of RAM. Meanwhile, Android phones
I mean, yeah, I believe that. That is a good thing, but if you're gonna play like gaming wise, you're gonna need more RAM for just whatever you need to game. If you're gonna go like use your phone as like a gaming phone, even if that's not really a thing, you need more RAM.
with just as much or even more RAM often fall behind in terms of memory management and multitasking. So while iPhones do indeed have worse hardware specs, they've also proven that on-paper specifications aren't everything. And the same goes for their CPUs. It was only recently that iPhones upgraded to hexa-core processors with the iPhone 8, while the older models use either quad-core or dual-core CPUs. Meanwhile, it's pretty commonplace to see an octa-core processor even in mid-range Androids. It has been for years now. But once again, due to better optimization, it's not unusual to see that last year's iPhone being the latest Android flagship in benchmarks, let alone the weaker.
So basically, what this is saying is that Apple makes their phones cheaper and overprices them, so you have to pay more money to get their phones. Yeah. I mean, yeah, their whole entire operating system is like completely different. They use different coding and everything, but I have to admit that that's definitely one of the things against Apple is overpricing.
Mid-range phones. If we were judging the hardware on its own, then Android would have won this round. But given that we're taking performance here, the victory goes to the iOS. Moving on, let's take a look at
Okay,
the
wait.
ways that these two
Before anything happens, okay, I just want to say that from what I've seen personally, I've always seen better displays in Android devices, but I've seen less cracking on the screens in Apple devices. So I don't know if you've had the same experience, but this is like in my personal experience, I've always seen that.
displays. The two most dominant technologies used for mobile displays at the moment are IPS LCD and OLED. Cheaper Android phones and older iPhone models predominantly use IPS LCD displays, though most flagships have recently made the jump to OLED. Both of these technologies come with their own pros and cons, although OLED is superior from a technical standpoint for three reasons. A, it's more power efficient because every pixel is lit individually, so the display doesn't need a backlight to illuminate the entire screen when it's turned on. B, it has great color accuracy, viewing angles, and unprecedented contrast ratios, though high-quality IPS displays can pretty much rival it in everything but contrast. And C, OLED displays reflect less light, which can be invaluable for people who spend a lot of time outside and don't want to deal with the glare. Ultimately, though, IPS displays have the benefit of being much cheaper to manufacture, which is why so many OEMs use them for the more affordable phones. Just remember that there's a big difference in quality between the display used in a $200 phone and that found in a $1,000 flagship. In any case, since the two technologies belong to different price brackets and since they're both widely used, we'll call this round a tie.
Okay, I understand that actually because I mean, I know a lot of cheap Android phones with like great like screen quality. For example, I'm currently holding like a $200 phone and it is working like the screen quality is really good. Yeah, somebody must one of my friends dropped it and it cracked, which is kind of sad, but honestly, I honestly think overall Android is the winner for quality of or for screen quality and accuracy.
As far as cameras are concerned, their quality will depend solely on the original equipment manufacturer.
Okay, just to be straightforward on this, okay? Android has so many different devices, and some of them have good cameras, and some of them don't. But honestly, unless you're gonna get like an $1,000, like the newest phone ever with like 8 different cameras or something, the camera quality is always been on the side of Apple. Cameras have always been better for Apple devices.
With iPhones, the OEM is always Apple, and the cameras have consistently been very good.
Yeah.
Android, on the other hand, covers the entire spectrum of possibilities. The lower price phones could have downright horrible cameras, but then some high-end Androids have cameras slightly better than the ones in iPhones.
Yeah,
Still, the
exactly
differences
what I
are
said.
fairly minor. The only way that you can spot a difference between the cameras on the latest iPhone and the latest flagship from a big Android OEM is side-by-side comparison. And even then, the differences in quality would be fairly minor. Seeing how greatly camera quality can vary and how the high-end ones are usually on fairly even terms, we'll call this round a tie as well.
I mean, I honestly think Apple wins that. So,
The app stores are a bit tricky to compare the two by. iOS definitely had the upper hand at first when it came to the number of apps in the App Store, but Google's Play Store has since
okay, I just want to announce this right now. I have Android devices and Apple devices. I've got like 4 or 5 of each. Sorry there, my recording just cut out for some reason, and I'm not even sure why. But what happened was as I was saying, I have at least 4 or 5 different Android devices and Apple devices. And I remember at one point I was not using any of my Android devices. I was only using all my Apple. And I realized that I really miss the Android App Store cuz just how many like other people yeah, I mean maybe at first Apple had more apps, but for now we're not talking about like 1996, which actually I don't even think they had app Apple devices out there yet. But still, as I was saying, I think there is 2.4 million apps on the Google Play Store versus the Apple Store with only like, I don't know, I think it was only like 1 million or something. It's like a big difference, and I've seen a lot of my favorite games on Android devices, and overall, honestly, and compatibility wise, Android always wins. That's all I gotta say.
It's overtaken Apple in regards to the sheer number of apps available. This gap can be attributed to Android's open source nature. What's more, Android phones allow user access to third-party stores as well as manual site loading. Files, which means that the distance to app count is effectively even larger. But we all know that quantity and quality are two very different things. Android phones may have access to more apps, but Apple's strict control of which apps make it to the App Store ensure that the apps available there are entirely safe and free of any malicious code. However, another
Hey, video. Have you ever heard of Google Play Protect? Google actually goes through most of their apps. 90% of them are scanned with Google Play Protect, and they make sure that they're safe. Honestly, it actually is like a good thing.
thing worth noting is that the Play Store has many more free apps than the App Store does. Of course, this does come with some strings attached, the strings in question being ads. And if you want to get rid of these pesky pop-ups, you'd have to pay for the app, just as you would on an App Store. Still, being able to download and test an app for free before buying it is definitely a good option to have. On a final note, not only do Android phones have access to a greater variety of more diverse apps, but they also have access to some types of apps which aren't available on iOS. Most notably, if you're a gamer, you might appreciate being able to download console emulators on your phone and play some classic games that you wouldn't be able to play on an iPhone. Ultimately, we'll have to give the win here to Android, especially since Google has steadily been making the Play Store more secure as the years went by. The next category we'll be taking a look at is variety, device variety to be precise. Since all
Honestly,
manufactured
before they say anything, I'm already going to tell you, variety is obviously Android, just because, as I said earlier, there's no main company like completely saying only they can make the type of phone. So what happens is Apple only Apple, people can make Apple devices, of course. But for Android, like, anybody can make an Android device. It's open source, as they said in the beginning of the video, and as I said in the beginning of the video.
exclusively by Apple, there isn't much variety to be found. There would be a big jump in design every few years, such as with the latest leap from the iPhone 8 to the iPhone 10, but otherwise you pretty much know what to expect from iPhones year after year. With Android, on the other hand, there is never a lack of variety. Android phones come in all shapes and sizes, with dozens of manufacturers releasing dozens of new models every year. True, Android phones aren't as diverse as they used to be, as most of them now gravitate towards a similar design, but OEMs still find a way to cram something different and unique into every phone, potentially cutting some corners and making it more affordable. It goes without saying that this category is a clear win for Android. Much like the previous category, iOS is basically set up to fit.
Okay, wait. What do you mean by customizability? Do you mean like dark mode, or what do you mean by that? I'm confused.
From the get-go. Unless you root an iPhone, customization options are borderline non-existent. Sure, it is a fast and remarkably stable operating system, but when it comes to customizability, it's sorely lacking. The Android experience is, of course, the polar opposite. Stock Android in particular, or phones running on some of the more flexible launchers like the Nova launcher, offers an almost unparalleled degree of customizability when it comes to personalizing your experience. And we only say almost unparalleled because a rooted Android.
Yeah, that's what I don't like, is the fact that, see, the home screen widgets are like, if you like have a clock on your home screen or something, that's humongous. Like, I keep a bunch of widgets on my home screen, and they're pretty nice actually. But like, honestly, Apple doesn't have those, and it really sucks because I like them like a lot.
Phone can take this even further, albeit rooting does carry certain risks. It can render your warranty void, it can lead to stability issues, and in some cases, can lead to your phone getting bricked. Naturally, the winner here is Android, but whether you prefer a high degree of customizability compared to a streamlined app grid is entirely subjective.
I legit just said this in the beginning of the video. Android.
You knew this was coming, and here it is. Affordability. Apple devices are notorious for their exorbitant prices, and the iPhone is no exception. With Android, on the other hand, you can get a phone for under $100. However, the saying does hold true. If you pay peanuts, you get monkeys. And if you spend so little on a phone, you can expect abysmal performance. Still, mid-range Android phones can be found at a fraction of the price of an iPhone. And the only way to get a more affordable iPhone right now is to go with an older model or just get a used phone. Although even used iPhones can be quite pricey because of how long they're kept up to date. In any case, Android phones are available at much lower prices, and even some high-end flagships can cost quite a bit less than the latest iPhone. Now, while Android phones may be more affordable, they definitely don't retain their value nearly as well. In truth, an iPhone may very well be a more cost-efficient choice in the long run. This may seem like a ludicrous statement, but bear with us. As already mentioned, iPhones aren't fast because of their hardware. It's because of how well optimized their software is. Every iPhone receives constant OS updates for roughly 5 years after its launch. Ultimately, this makes them more future-proof and also increases their reselling price. Conversely, Android flagships generally only get 2 to 3 years of OS updates, and mid-range phones.
Okay, so yeah, I'm kind of confused on what she's saying right now. Is she saying like, oh, Android doesn't get as many updates, or like not? I'm getting confused. But one thing I have realized though is a big thing that I really hate is if you have an older Apple device, like everything on the App Store you cannot get because you don't have iOS 10 or something. Like, I know it's kind of like, I know a lot of people who still have like Apple, like things like the Apple iPad 3 or like the iPhone 5, but they like completely cancel it out. They make it like stop working basically once the newer phones come out, and it really sucks. But with like Android, you can still have like a BlackBerry, which is like the oldest Android phone out there. And there's still a lot of apps you can still get on it. I mean, they may not run well. Most of the time, you can still get the apps.
Get one or two. All the while, low-end phones are usually stuck with the version of Android that they ship with. Plus, updates can be terribly slow to roll out to devices, whereas iOS updates roll out globally at the same time. So if you're someone who has a habit of changing phones frequently and are unwilling to settle for anything less than a flagship, your old iPhone would fetch a higher secondhand price than an old Android flagship would. With that said, the win in this category goes to iOS. So let's recap. The iPhones running iOS offer superior performance, apps that are safer and more stable, long-term OTA updates, and better long-term value. Meanwhile, the Android phones are generally cheaper, allow for a much greater degree of freedom, have a customizable interface, a greater variety of apps, as well as a greater variety of devices to choose from. In the end, both operating systems and their hardware platforms have their advantages and disadvantages. So the ultimate answer as to which is better will end up being largely subjective and dependent on what you're looking for in a.
Yeah, so as I said earlier, it's just a tie. There's no way around it. Even these people admit it, and they seem pretty smart. But all I gotta say is for security wise, honestly, not a sponsor by the way. Just get Avast. I've realized they're like really good. They have like protection for like Apple, Android, PC, everything, and they seem to be very good with it. I mean, I've had a few viruses before on my phone that Avast has blocked. Like, they've done pretty good. I'm pretty sure I don't have any viruses. I'm doing really well security-wise, and that's all I'm saying.
Phone. And there you have it. iOS versus Android. We tried to be as objective as humanly possible, but feel free to let us know where you stand on this in the comments below. Be civil about it. And of course, if you
Told you, it's simple. It's just a tie. There's no way around it. And I see you guys in the next reaction video. Bye.